Welcome to Vibrate Higher, the podcast that takes you on a transformative journey towards aligning with your higher self, unlocking the depths of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding within you. I'm your host, Joelle, mindset coach and CEO and founder of Synergy Group. I'm here to guide you on a path of self-discovery and personal growth. Each episode of Vibrate Higher is crafted with intention, combining ancient wisdom, modern insights, and practical techniques that can be applied to your everyday life. We'll explore various spiritual practices, mindfulness techniques, and self-reflection exercises, all aimed at elevating your consciousness and aligning with your higher self. Get ready to embark on an epic adventure. This is Vibrate Higher. Hi friends, it's Joelle coming to you today to talk through something that I just journaled. So this is hot off the press. So I can preface you now, I have 0 steps or tips or tools or 3 things to make your life better if you do this. I do not have those prepared. I am jumping right in because I was pulled to do so by my intuition and my higher self. So I'm coming to you raw. So here's what I want to talk about. You know, as a woman who is building a business, so an entrepreneur, if you will, I have taken a hard pivot. And so I say that to say I have had a full-time job in corporate America in a particular industry for over 2 decades. I know this industry like the back of my hand, and it's where I'm comfortable. I don't need to go into what it is. It doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is I'm comfortable, and I have been getting a consistent, without fail, eyes closed, hands behind my back, paycheck and benefits that I never have had to question for over 20 years. So you can imagine when my company made the announcement that it's being acquired by another company who doesn't need my division, there was a lot of things came up for me. You know, I'm handed the announcement and my first thought is, you know what? Everything is always working out for me. This actually probably isn't a bad thing. This is a great thing. And so the perspective I've had since the day we had the announcement up until now is this is a fork in the road for you, Joelle. You could red pill or blue pill it. You could red pill it and go apply for jobs like many of your other counterparts are doing. Or you could blue pill it and actually show yourself and everyone else that the shit that you always preach works. And blue pill it means dive into your business. This is your craft. This is what you love. This is what lights you up. And if you believe that you can do it, and you take the action, then everything else will fall into place. So that has been my perspective. Okay. So I just want to give you that background so you understand why I'm coming to you today. And so I got to thinking, really, because now I'm blue pilling it. I'm going to dive in. I'm going to build this business and I'm going to lean into my gift and trust that everything's going to work out. And so as I've been walking down that path, I've been really thinking to myself, like, who do you want to be? And so this is the life-defining question that I'm bringing to you today that I had to ask myself. Do you want to be Beyonce or do you want to be Kim Kardashian? Now, before I answer that, let me just start by saying I admire and love both of these women. I think Beyonce is a badass. I think Kim Kardashian is a badass. And I think that they are both assassins in their lanes of what they do. So there is not a right or wrong answer to that question. You just have to actually answer it though. And so here's why I say it's life defining. So if you want, let's look at Beyonce. Beyonce is Beyonce. Beyonce has a gift. She was born with a gift. Beyonce is more than just a singer. She doesn't just sing. She is a triple threat. She is an energy. She is a mood. She is a vibe. Beyonce sings, she acts, she dances, she is her. So we have to understand in totality, what she brings, because mama is giving. So she was born with a gift. She leaned into that gift. She enjoys that gift, and that gift uplifts people. By sheerly being herself and doing what she does, she uplifts people through her gift. That's her one thing she does. Now, does she have Ivy Park? Absolutely. She has other things that have kind of branched out, but she's made her main thing the main thing. That's what she does. Then you got Kim K. Again, still an assassin. Kim doesn't necessarily have a gift, so to speak. If you know kind of the history of Kim and watch the Kardashians and all the other things that have come out, that she's done interviews and all these things, Kim has told you she just wanted to be famous. Kim wanted to be famous. She was a stylist initially, Brandy's stylist. That's how she met Ray J, like the whole thing. So not saying Kim doesn't have a gift, because everyone has a gift, but Kim's desire was to be famous. She wants to be like Elizabeth Taylor with like 8 engagements. Like that's her thing. Not wrong, just her desire. And kudos to her for achieving it. So when I say, do I want to be Kim Kardashian? What I mean by that is Kim has figured it the fuck out in terms of how to merrily live off these streams, to quote Jay-Z. Like she literally has streams of income. She's got Skims. She's got her skincare stuff. They had Dash. I can't even name all the stuff she's got going on right now. She's got the TV show and all these other things. She's a lawyer. She went to law school. She's getting people pardoned. I mean, all of this stuff that she's doing is amazing things, but they're not necessarily siloed to one gift. And again, that's not wrong. It's just not what Beyonce is doing. So you've got, for me, that's a life defining question. At this juncture in your life, who do you want to be? Neither of them are wrong. For me, little old me, it's, do you want to continue on this corporate tract and just have multiple streams of income? There are so many things in this day and age that a person could do for money. You know, you could have a W-2 paying job. You could have a side hustle. You could have 3 or 4 side hustles. That's it. That's the Kim Kardashian lane. It's like, you know, I've got clothing line money. I've got TV show money. I've got, you know, all kind of appearances, everything else I've got going on type of money. I've got my real estate license. I could be doing all kind of stuff as me, not Kim, but me. So there's so many other things I could put my tentacles into to have money and build the lifestyle that I desire to have. Or do I want to hone in on what I know is my gift, which is the one thing I love? I do all things well. Let's not get it twisted. And all of us are this way. There are so many things we as humans do well. We can be good at so many things. So when I say or hone in on this one gift, I mean not that you can't do other things well. Beyonce can do other things well. She had Ivy Park. She may roll out who knows what else. In the rest of her time in this dimension, she could roll out other things and do things, and she will probably do those well. But there is a gift, a purpose to uplift, to heal, to empower, to impact through her medium of that. And so That is the question I had to journal today, because I found myself, as I was looking into diving headfirst into my coaching business, consulting business, is like, well, how do I make a profit? How do I do this? What, I need this stream, that stream. How am I going to make money? How am I going to do, how am I going to replace my corporate salary and then some? There's always this like grind mentality, and that's not bad. But if that's the route I'm going, and that's how I'm going to focus on it, I need to decide that versus deciding I'm just going to lean in and serve. I'm serving others in my gift. My gift is to serve. Beyonce's gift is to serve. She serves others. That is a service she provides to us by sharing her voice with us. Otherwise, she could just sing to her kids and her family. That is a service she provides by singing, writing songs, like putting these things together that can make you feel empowered and feel like you can take over the world. That is a service she provides. And so the question I had to answer is, do I want to lean into my gift and serve others, or do I just want to build an empire? Neither are wrong. They're both amazing paths. I had to ask myself, and I literally just finished this journal entry. Side note, I call my journal my therapist. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, who's your coach? Do you have a coach? Like, how do you work through your things? And I'm not against having coaches. I think it is amazing. Clearly, I am a coach, so I promote people going to coaches. But I can tell you, my journal is probably one of my favorite coaches. It's the best coach that I have, because it's really a time for me to talk to my higher self and have a conversation and get intel. Because it's peaceful, I'm relaxed, it's quiet, and I'm just talking to myself, and myself is talking back. And as I'm writing these words and pondering the answers to questions, I'm getting the answers. And so that's why I feel like my journalist is my best therapist. But I'm on a tangent. Let me digress. Back to this life-defining question. Do you want to be Beyonce, or do you want to be Kim Kardashian? No right or wrong answer here, but I think that it is important to choose, especially if you are trying to build a business, because you need to be able to set the tone for what you're doing. If you're just building a business to make a profit, that's a different way to approach that. If you're building a business because you want to serve and you want to uplift and you want to impact and empower and heal, that's a different way that you need to approach that, because that doesn't necessarily have to come with money. That should be focused on just because it's important and because you love it. The money will come. It may come through that. It may come another way. And that's kind of where you have to get comfortable if you're choosing this Beyonce life. Now, for Beyonce, obviously, it worked for her. Like income came. But I don't know, and I would love the chance to ask Beyonce these questions, but I don't know that when she woke up, at the tender age of whatever old, and realized that she could sing and that's all she wanted to do in her life, I don't know that she thought about, and that's how I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm sure at the tender age of 5 or 6 or however old, she just wanted to sing. The money was just something that came. The fame was just something that came. And she'll tell you in her songs, I didn't want this power. Like, I just wanted to share my gift. So it's kind of the same as an entrepreneur. Like, what is your passion? And if you're doing something in that lane, are you approaching everything you do, every piece of content that you put out, everything that you create, every podcast, every social media post, every conference you speak at, every work of art you put out? Are you approaching it from the sense of just sharing your gift and serving others? Or is it so that people can buy it or that you can make a profit? I hope that makes sense. So if you want to know my answer, I chose Beyonce. I'd rather be Beyonce because my thought is when me, Joelle, when I put myself, when I had literally, as I was journaling, I sat and I closed my eyes and I thought, okay, I'm going to envision myself in my Kim K lane, right? I've got multiple streams. I'm moving and shaking. I'm in my bag. I've got money coming from here, there, and everywhere. And everything's a level playing field with the Beyonce lane. We got the same house. We got the same car. We got millions in our bank account. We've got the man of our dreams. We live the lifestyle we want, whatever that is, right? You have all those things. When I walk in my house and I sit down and I just take a deep breath after a day and I close the door and I kick my shoes off and I pour a glass of champagne, as Kim K, how does that feel? And for me, that felt taxing. It felt like I am giving all of my energy to all of these things, and that doesn't fulfill me. Now, again, I'm talking about me. That is not wrong for you. You may be, that Kim K may be your lane, and that is amazing because that means you're going to kill it like Kim K is killing. She can manifest like a mug. Like she's got come on, look. So there's that. When I sat and pictured myself, again, same house, same cars, same bank account, same life, same tangible life things and the lifestyle I want. When I come in my house after a day, I kick off my shoes, I sit at my wherever, pour my glass of champagne in my Beyonce lane where I'm doing what my gift is every day. And I sit down and I take a breath and I sip my champagne. How does that feel? And to me, that felt like home. It felt comfortable. It felt peaceful. It felt relaxing. It felt fulfilled. It felt satisfied. And that is how I knew that when I am faced with this life-defining question, which I am right now, I'm at a fork in the road, my answer is lean into my gifts and ride that out. And if money comes from them, great. If money doesn't, I'm not worried, because what I do know is that money will come, because it always has, period. So that is what was on my heart to share with you all today. And like I said, I don't have any tips or tools to offer you. This is raw. Like, my journal is still open and my champagne is half drank. So I wanted to give it to you how I got it and how it came to me, and real time understanding what I'm processing. And my hope is that if you are an entrepreneur or someone who has a desire and you're doing something else, and maybe you're not leaning fully into that desire yet. Maybe you're scared. Maybe, there's stuff going on and you aren't fully doing it yet. I want to tell you, ask yourself this question. Take yourself through this exercise. It's a life-defining question, because when you pick your answer, that is where you need to devote all of your focus and energy. You all have heard me say, energy flows where your focus goes. Answer that question and divert your energy into whichever one feels right for you, and go for it. Follow your intuition. Take a step forward in that lane every day, and the universe will respond. It will, because that's where your energy is. That's where your focus is. So, you'll see things start to move. I have in my own business months ago, when I made the decision that I was not going to apply for a corporate job at all. Once I got the news that my division was being eliminated, I said, I'm leaning into Synergy Group. I'm leaning into my business full time. I have not looked back. And now that I'm focused on it, opportunities are coming, new developments are happening. And so I'm here to tell you that it works. That's all I have for you today, guys. I hope you are vibrating higher now than you were when you came. If you don't already, please follow me on social media at Zenergy Group. I love you all, and I will talk to you again very soon.